Good evening, friends. It's Anna. I am here with what I promised tonight will be an extremely fast empties. I can't even believe I just looked and it's only been 6 days since I last did an empties, and I can't even believe I'm doing another empties, but the main reason is because of this right here. You guys. It's another candle that I'm calling done. Now, I did not do with this candle what I did last week with the Yankee candle. I did not pop this into the freezer. I did not pull this wax out. And there's a few reasons for that. Number one, this candle, you can see the soot on the jar. Like, this candle was a soot monster. And I'm not horribly opposed to soot, because I understand candles are going to soot. They are a flame. They are going to soot. But this is excessive. And if you can see, there is a very clear shelf of wax that is higher than the rest in this candle. This is me saying choose wisely with Goose Creek. I love this scent. Love it. I got this candle in a D-stash for $5, so it's not like it was a huge expense. I've had this candle for, this is the second spring and summer season that I've had this candle in. So, for that $5 price, very much worth that. But I put this candle out when my Yankee was gone. I thought I'll burn up the rest of that unicorn candy right now, because it's a good, just light fruity scent that will get me ready for the beachy summer scents that I have. I've got like 3 that are going to be great summer beachy candles. So I thought this would be a good sort of transition. And I lit this candle up, and I came back a couple hours later with, it had wax all the way up to, you can see the soot line. That's where the wax was. And I came back like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours later, and one of the wicks had extinguished itself. And I was like, weird. The other 2 wicks were still burning fine. I blew them out, let the candle harden back up, lit the candle again. An hour and a half later, the same thing had happened. I did it 3 times that one day, and then I actually thought it was correcting itself. So the next day I lit it up again, and it was burning fine. And then I came in, and one of the wicks again had put itself out. And I went to try to relight it, and it would not relight. Like that one wick where the wax is higher, it was dead. It was done. And I don't know, people talk about cotton balling out wax. I was scared to do that because the wax was hot liquid wax. I was scared to do that. So I'm not going to proceed any further with this candle. This candle is being considered an empty, and it is gone. I'm not saying don't buy Goose Creek, but I'm saying be very mindful when you do buy Goose Creek. If you start having issues with wicks, maybe get a candle crock. I don't have a candle crock. I do have a Scentsy element warmer, and could I maybe have set this jar onto the heating element of my element warmer? Possibly, because it is the Snow White, Disney Snow White warmer, which is a 12-watt heating element, which, would it potentially melt the wax and get the fragrance out of it? Yes, but honestly, the soot had gotten so bad that it started to change the fragrance. So I'm just calling it done. And this is your warning. Be mindful with Goose Creek. Okay? Alright. Putting it in the floor, we're done with it. The other really exciting thing that I finished this week was my 24-hour moisture Bath & Body Works body lotion in Sweet Pea. Now, this is old. This is old. I don't know how to read the dates on body care. I know there's a code, and I've got the thing written down for reading Bath & Body's code for candles, but I don't know how to read the codes on body care. But this is back when the lotion bottles were $12.50 a bottle. So, this is old. And I know this is old. But it still smelled exactly like Sweet Pea, and I love Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea is one of my favorites. And it's perfect for this time of year. Actually, you guys, I started using this. It was a partial bottle when I started using it. It was probably down to here. But I started using this February 1st. My whole Sweet Pea set. Now my lotion, it was probably 2/3 full. And then my Fine Fragrance Mist was probably 1/3 full. Which I still haven't finished because the Fine Fragrance Mist takes forever to go through. And I had a brand new shower gel that I had purchased in November during the Black Friday sales. Because I wanted the shower gel to finish these products up with. But February 1st, my sweet friend Rita, her mama's birthday is February 27th. Her mama Evelyn loved flowers, all flowers in general. Tulips, and particularly red tulips, were her absolute favorite. But Miss Evelyn just loved flowers. And so I always try. February 27th was her birthday. March the 20th is the anniversary of her passing. So I always try to have a floral body care scent going during those times of year because my Rita loves it. And she is here with me a lot, you guys. A lot. And she will come in and she will like walk in the bathroom, or maybe I've just come out of the shower and she'll walk in the bathroom and she'll come out in tears because she loves that it smells like her mama's flowers. And so I always do that for her. But I've emptied up this lotion. For those of you wondering how I all of a sudden am going through lotions so well, if you don't use the pumps on your Bath & Body Works lotions, you need to. They sell the pumps for $3 in the store. Trust me when I say it's worth the investment. I purchased 3 since they started selling them, and I use them all the time. It helps you go through your products. Anyway, that's finished up. I used up another cotton cleanup, which I finished up when I took the pumpkin waxes out of my warmers in here. I have 2 more of the single cubes from a previous Bring Back My Bar. Again, these are the ones that the numbers have even started wearing off. I can't even tell. I think this was number 12 at one point. And this one, I can't tell what number it was at all. So I can't tell you about these scents except for that they were both fruity. Like fruity bakery type scents. One of them I remember very clearly had cranberry in it. But it wasn't a winter cranberry. It felt like a spring and summer cranberry. So I can't tell you any more about these 2 than that. And the final item that I have for this week is really special. I'm not going to tell you because I have a friend who often watches these videos, who is waiting on 2 cubes of wax to compare, to tell me which one she thinks smells more like a dupe for the Philosophy Amazing Grace perfume. So I'm not going to tell you exactly my thoughts on this scent. We will revisit that. But let me just say, this is Turn Up the Pink from our breast cancer collection. I had pre-purchased 2 of the sets when we had consultant early access because, oh, how perfect. I did not plan this when I put this pajama set on to do this video. But you guys have seen me in this before, and you know the story of my precious friend Dusty. And actually my Rita and her mama both as well have breast cancer history as well. And my friend who will be watching this video, probably, which is why I'm not telling you too much about my thoughts on this scent. But the way that I'm opening and closing this clamshell repeatedly, I bet you can tell I love this scent. I had 3 cubes left of this, and it's actually what is going in. It's obviously not going right now. We've actually not been home for a majority of the day. But it's what's in these warmers right in here. These 2 warmers, and then I put the final cube into a package that I was sending to her, so she can give me her thoughts on this cube. But when we got consultant only access, I'd pre-purchased 2 of these kits. This is one of my bars from one of those kits. I have a whole nother bar of this Turn Up the Pink. Plus, you guys, every single one of these pink ribbon bars is in a monthly club for me. Now, has that monthly club shipped to me one single time since I created it? Back in November? No, it has not. I have had this monthly club since November of 2023 and have not received a monthly club shipment, not one time, because I'm using up what I have. But these are so special and so important to me. They're all in a monthly club because I want to have access to them no matter what. And I know that even a quarterly club means you have access to them no matter what. But my thought is I need to make sure these are always on hand at my house, because there are days when I just need to warm them. Like I need to warm them because I need my Dusty's memory close. I need to warm them for my Rita and for Miss Evelyn and for my sweet Susie. Y'all know how much she means to me. And so I need to always have these bars on hand. But I'm so thrilled to have finished another one up. I am working really hard, you guys, to go through my wax stash. I have 3 bins over here full of wax. Plus there's a bin, a big Rubbermaid bin in this closet full of wax. Plus I have 2 friends who are holding boxes for me at their house. That they're gonna, as I use up bars here and have space for them, they're gonna send me boxes of waxes. So I'm just thrilled to have the clubs, but not have them ship. And for those of you wondering how I do that, I just change the processing date constantly so that they never ship, but it also doesn't count as your skip. So then I still get 1 skip a year. For me, my skip on the monthly club was in December, and I'll be able to skip my quarterly club come June. So I will not have to worry about a quarterly club for a long while. It's not due until June, my quarterly. And I'll be able to skip that shipment. And I'll keep changing up the monthly shipments. So I'm making sure right now I'm not getting any wax in, except for what's required for incentives. Like, it was our consultant incentive to get our scent of the month kit for May. And I don't normally do this on empties, but because I'm right here, I'm going to plug for the Blooming Marvelous scent. I have already gotten down, okay, our kits now come with 7 wax bars and 1 set of pods along with our paperwork and our scented stickers. You guys. I don't know what I have done to my hand. Sorry. I am so thrilled to say that this scent has been such a popular scent. I only have 3 bars of this wax still available from my kit. It came with 7 bars, and I've not warmed 1 single cube of it, but I love the scent of it on cold. I cannot wait to try it and warm it. It's another floral, you see by the name, Blooming Marvelous. It obviously is floral. As I've said before, with my Rita, with her mama Evelyn, like, we love floral scents in this house. I have to be careful because my family is a little sensitive and reactive to florals sometimes. But we always have to keep florals around the house because they know that at certain times I just have to do them. And they're okay with it. And they'll just stay out of the rooms where florals are going. And my Rita even, like, she has issues with her lungs. And sometimes the floral waxes can, or sometimes some of the wax scents in general can be a little overstimulating for her lungs. But she'll just wait while as I've changed a wax and it's fresh, she'll just not be in a room for a couple hours and then she'll come back in later. But we have to have these scents around because they help her feel connected with her mama Evelyn. So I'm just putting in the plug. Blooming Marvelous is worth a try. I'm gonna put this up. Anyway, that scent of the month kit is the only wax I have brought in from that any of it stayed for my personal use. Now, I brought in 20 bars in January with the sell the 20, bring back my bars. But I sold every single one of those to customers. So I didn't end up bringing in any wax in January. I brought in no wax in February. I brought in no wax in March. I've been using up and doing empties. And then for April, I brought in the scent of the month kit. But I'm already down to only 3 bars available for my use. So this year, I've only increased my wax bar stash by 3 bars. So far, I feel like that's really, really good. And there's still potential for me to sell other bars of this and other bars that I have, that will come in because of incentives and things. There's still potential for me to sell them. So, I'm really proud of consistent empties. I'm over the moon excited over this because, you guys, I have prayed from the day I started Scentsy for something like this where I could just have a bar. And I just wanted 1 bar and they gave me 4 that would have my Dusty's butterflies and her ribbons together on the clam. Because, you guys, one of the reasons I joined Scentsy was the butterfly logo. Because that was my Dusty symbol. That was her symbol of hope the whole time. If you've heard me talk about the rainbows and butterflies scent, you've heard way more of that story. But I wanted 1 bar where they would put the butterfly and her ribbons together. They gave me 4. I'm so in love. I'm so excited. I know I said this was going to be quick. And I'm 20 minutes in. But I know I ramble about this every time I use one of these bars up. But this is why I push Club. Because this is so special to me. So special. And they may never do it again. They may do it again, but they may never do it again. But I don't have to worry about it because I put it in my club. And I'll have these bars forever. Until Scentsy goes out of business or something happens with, like, charity work. Which, I mean, I know there's no charitable donation at this point. But I will have these bars forever. So, again, plug for club. I really, y'all know I sell it, but I don't normally put these plugs and things in here. I don't know. Tonight I just had to. You guys, it's been a day. That's really why I wanted to come and do another empties, because my wax makes me happy. And I mean, it's been a good day, but it's also been a very emotional day. And I needed the wax, okay? Another plug, this having nothing to do with Scentsy, but for my friends who like to read, Martha's Fragrance Corner, hey, I'm looking at you. Alexis, Ashley, I know you guys also were talking about books the other night on that live. For my friends that like to read, my favorite author, like, of all time is Karen Kingsbury. She writes realistic Christian fiction. It's some of the cleanest writing. Like, you don't have to worry about 4-letter words every other sentence. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing, and it's so realistic. And, like, I could picture these things happening to my very own family. Her characters feel so real. Her family, a little over a year ago, opened Karen Kingsbury Productions, which is a film production company. April 2nd, they released their first feature film to theaters. By a pure miracle of God, it's still in local theaters here in Georgia. Part of me thinks that has to do with our amazing governor, but I'm not going to let this get super political. My grandma had a knee replacement on March the 25th. And so I thought all hope of me seeing this movie was gone, because I thought there was no way that she would be well enough, because Karen was only promised 10 days with the movie in theaters. It released April 2nd, so I thought April 12th was going to be the last day, and I thought there is no way Grandma's going to be up to going to see a movie that soon post-op. God gave us a miracle. It got continued and held over in theaters, and she was at a point where today she felt like she could handle it. So we took her and we went and saw this movie. It's called Someone Like You, and there is a book by the same title. Again, Karen Kingsbury is the author. For those of you, my reader friends, who might be interested in this. We took her and we went and saw that movie today. And I sat in the theater and cried. Y'all. Precious movie. About the concept of embryonic adoption, which is something that has only become possible in recent years, but it is possible. Oh my word, there's so much I could say, and I'm trying not to. But we went and saw the movie. While we were in the movie, we got a text from my Uncle Dwayne. My Aunt Melissa's mother has had a year of some very intense medical issues. We thought she was recovering well. She's back in the hospital. We're not really sure what's going on. And then later this evening, we found out that my Aunt Melissa's aunt and her uncle are both also patients at the hospital where her mom is currently a patient. All for different issues, but it's been one of those days, y'all. So the little things like the happiness that someone like you brought me today, and the wax. I need to come and do all these plugs because these are the things that are my joy today. So thank you for bearing with my rambling, even though I said this was going to be a quick video. Thank you for your patience, and I will see you again soon. Until then, my friends, please remember that I love you, and please have a blessed day on purpose, because the world needs someone like you.